Welcome to Josie's famous open red top bus. If you haven't made any plans yet for the festive season, when I'm here to tell you that you should come on over to the City of Gold, jump on one of these buses and have an amazing time. Experience the city like you never have before. It's a beautiful day in Johannesburg today, lots of sunshine, great weather, lovely cool breezes sitting here on top of this bus, an amazing sight to soak in. And this is a great start to the festive season. I'm living in Joburg for nearly 20 years now. That in 2014, I don't know if you're aware, but by an international survey was conducted and Joburg was voted as the most inspirational city in the world. And that is really something to be proud of, something really amazing to be proud of. And that's really looking at Johannesburg from the outside in, from a foreign tourist perspective. And that is really amazing. I mean, we live here, we work here, we play here, we take it for granted, but really to actually read about that was like just the cherry on the top for me.
No, we were also very happy about it because, like you're saying, we take it a lot for granted. But inspiration also came from when they looked at the criteria of defining the inspiration. It was about the people. It was about how the people of Johannesburg overcome challenges and just carry on with their daily lives. You know what I'm saying? They're positive, but also around the developments that the city itself is making, is embarking on the infrastructure developments. Like all of the infrastructure the city has invested, is investing about 100 million over 10 years in infrastructure development, the rear vias of the world. So there is a lot of investment that is going to the city. And some of those, the introduction of cycle lanes, a lot of those things that added onto all of into the decision to make it the second after Hong Kong as the most inspirational city. And the other thing as well that many residents don't know was that we are the most visited city in Africa. 2 years in running, 2013 and 2014. And this is not just people who are landing in OR Tambo and then leaving, but it's actually people who are staying overnight because we also the highest in terms of overnight spend for visitors. And it is something that many people are not aware of, but actually that we are the magnet of tourism. And the nice thing about Johannesburg is that it's both leisure and business. Yeah. Whereas other destinations or some of our sister cities, it is predominantly leisure, but we have a combination of both. So we have a lot to be proud of as Joburgers.
Why would you say this is the most vibrant part of Soweto?
Now basically, besides the fact that we have the market and the museums around Soweto today, the people. It begins with the people. Now, when I say people, I mean they're the ones who opened up their hearts to move forward. I mean to say, like back then and today is different. Back then you wouldn't find the life in which you find today in Soweto. So it all began with the locals who live around here, which you're still playing a very big role in the tourism industry rather, as you can still see them here in the market. And houses you find around Soweto as well in Orlando West are different as well. You find the most famous street inside Soweto and the whole wide world, where you find 2 Nobel Peace Prize winners who used to stay there, which is the Mandela House and most definitely the Archbishop Desmond Tutu family house as well.
We are now standing on the famous street in the world, Vilakazi Street, outside the house of our former president, Nelson Mandela, which is what makes the street so famous, but it's famous for other reasons as well. CPB will expand for us.
Okay, so now where we at is the stand 8115, which is the very house which Mr. Nelson Mandela used to stay in with the very wife, Miss Winnie Madikizela Mandela. So now the house you see on the background there is in a form of a matchbox house. Original, it was burnt before but rebuilt again to its original structure, where that very big company was Standard Bank, coming in a form of an endorsement to revamp this whole place as you see it now being opened in such an image of a memorial. Okay, so now this is the famous Vilakazi Street. It's this house of a Nobel Peace Prize winner, Mr. Nelson Mandela, known for sharing his award with Mr. F.W.T. Clark. And far down the road, where we'll be having our little Nobel walk down to the Tutu house, which is private property built in the early years of 1990 by a famous architect called Mr. Joe Noero. So that's the basic story of these very two houses based in this very well-renowned street.
This house marks the end of our Nobel walk. It is the house of the famous and well-respected Emeritus Desmond Tutu, and to tell us more about the role he played in South Africa's history, I'm going to hand you over to my wonderful tour guide, Sipiwe.
So now basically this is the house of Mr. Tutu, where we all know he's well renowned for being a peacekeeper, and he's been awarded for this very Nobel Peace Prize title for being a peace and reconciliation leader. He spreaded this, the news or rumors on what was partaking around South Africa in the bishop side of things. So that's why he's awarded the very Nobel Peace Prize winner. And he also played a very big role, as you can see, in the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. And yeah, that's the stories.
There's lovely restaurants out here as well, just to come enjoy with the family.
Yeah, there's a variety of things.
Be part of South Africa's history. Come down to Vilakazi Street, have a meal, and embrace your heritage, or embrace the South African heritage.
There's this different type of feeling inside this part of Soweto. Everything it is that you'd love to see, township life, urban life, is all basically found here.
Okay, so we're back on the bus and we had the most amazing day. I feel really amazing. It's been great fun, Gabo.
And refreshing, relaxing.
Okay, so Gabo is the marketing executive of Sightseeing Josie, and she's going to tell us more about why you should do yourself a favor and hop on the bus and have a day out in Joburg.
What I would say, why do you need to go to Cape Town when there's so much to do in Johannesburg? City sightseeing is literally a link to all the attractions that are in Johannesburg. We link you to Soweto, we link you to the CBD on a hop-on, hop-off basis. You pay 150 on the bus or 160 online, and you get to experience so much that Johannesburg has to offer. En route, we've got 11 attraction sites to explore. That's your Apartheid Museum, I'll say the highlights, the Carlton Center, SAB World of Beer. If you're an adrenaline junkie like myself, I'd recommend the Gold Reef City theme park. Get on the Anaconda and just relax and enjoy the ride. And down at Newtown Junction, the new mall in Newtown, we have a beer market where they actually craft beer.
I had an amazing time. I must thank you so much. Thank you for hosting Joburg Today TV. It was absolutely fabulous being here. And from all of us here, we wish you a very happy holiday.
Happy holidays. And see you on the red bus.
See you on the red bus.